Evangeline was unlike other painters in her small seaside town. Her art didn't just depict reality, it shaped it. What she painted often came to life in mysterious ways. A withered tree she once painted bloomed the next day in real life, its flowers matching her brushstrokes perfectly. This uncanny talent made her both revered and feared. Townsfolk came to her with strange requests, offering money, gifts, and favors in exchange for paintings that might change their lives. One day, a stranger arrived at her studio. He was tall, dressed in a black coat, and carried a leather-bound book under his arm. "You're the painter, Evangeline," he said, his voice smooth yet commanding. She nodded, setting down her brush. "I am. What can I do for you?" The man placed the book on the table. "I've heard of your gift. I need you to paint something for me." "What is it you need?" she asked. "A door," he said, his gaze intense. "A door to somewhere else." Evangeline frowned. "Somewhere else? What do you mean?" The man opened the book, revealing intricate drawings of portals, stars, and unfamiliar worlds. "There are places beyond this one. I need you to paint a door that will take me there." Evangeline hesitated. Her gift was powerful, but it was not without its limits or its dangers. "Why do you want to go there?" she asked. "That's not your concern," he replied. "Name your price." Evangeline studied him for a moment, then said, "I'll do it, but understand this. Such a painting may have consequences." The man smiled faintly. "I'll take my chances." Evangeline worked tirelessly for days, pouring every ounce of her skill and imagination into the painting. She used her finest brushes and the rarest pigments, blending colors to create a door unlike anything seen before. The door stood tall on the canvas, framed with swirling patterns of light and shadow. Its surface shimmered as if alive, and the handle gleamed like polished silver. As she painted, strange things began to happen. The air in her studio grew heavy, and whispers seemed to echo from the canvas. "Who's there?" she asked, looking around. The whispers stopped, but the sense of being watched lingered. Finally, the painting was complete. The door seemed to pulse with energy, as though waiting to be opened. The stranger returned, his eyes lighting up when he saw the painting. "It's perfect," he said, reaching for the canvas. Evangeline stepped back. "Wait, I need to warn you. This door will take you somewhere unknown. Once you step through, there may be no way back." The man's expression didn't falter. "That's exactly what I want." He took the painting and left without another word. For weeks, Evangeline heard nothing about the stranger. Life in the town returned to normal, though her studio felt emptier without the mysterious door. But then strange things began to happen. The sea near the town grew restless, its waves crashing against the cliffs with unusual force. The sky turned shades of green and violet at dusk, and the stars seemed to shift positions. Evangeline knew these changes weren't natural. They felt connected to her painting. One night, as she was sketching by candlelight, the studio door burst open. The stranger stumbled inside, his coat torn and his face pale. "You opened the door, didn't you?" she asked, her voice trembling. He nodded, collapsing into a chair. "I went through. The world on the other side, it's not what I expected." "What did you find?" "Darkness," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "A vast, endless void filled with creatures I can't describe. They saw me. They followed me." Evangeline's heart sank. "You brought something back with you." As if on cue, a low rumble echoed through the town. The ground shook, and the air grew colder. "They're here," the man said, his eyes wide with fear. Evangeline and the stranger ran to the cliffs, where the ocean roared like a living beast. Above the water, a rift had appeared in the sky, a swirling vortex of light and shadow. From the rift emerged dark, formless creatures with glowing eyes. They moved like smoke, their presence distorting the air around them. "What have you done?" Evangeline yelled over the noise. "I thought I could control it," the stranger admitted. "I was wrong." Evangeline knew there was only one way to fix this. She had to paint again. She grabbed her supplies and set up her easel on the cliff's edge. Her hands trembled as she worked, blending colors to create a new painting, a second door. one that could seal the rift and send the creatures back. But the creatures were closing in, their whispers filling her mind. "You can't stop us," one hissed. "Watch me," she muttered, her brush moving faster. The stranger stood beside her, holding the creatures at bay with a makeshift torch. "Hurry," he shouted. Evangeline painted the final stroke, and the second door glowed brightly on the canvas. "Now what?" the stranger asked. "We open it," she said. Together, they lifted the painting and placed it before the rift. The door shimmered, and a powerful gust of wind pulled the creatures back through the vortex. The rift closed with a deafening crack, leaving the sky clear and the town silent. In the aftermath, the stranger thanked Evangeline and disappeared, leaving her to ponder the events that had unfolded. Her painting of the door remained, its surface still glowing faintly. She knew it was no ordinary painting. It was a key, a bridge to other worlds. Over time, Evangeline became known as the Keeper of Doors. Travelers from distant places sought her out, hoping to glimpse the worlds she could create. But she was careful, ensuring no one misused her gift again. Late at night, when the town was quiet, she would sit before her glowing door, wondering what lay beyond it and whether she might one day step through herself.